this is true, that means that there is loose, unaccounted for fissile material in the Islamic Republic of Iran. And the risk of that is what the regime will dangle to avoid a counter-proliferation strike from becoming a counter-regime strike.
Just
Temporary.
in the next minute or so, just want to mention this as well, that the security deputy governor of Isfahan has confirmed that there were several explosions heard in Natanz and in Isfahan. He said, we saw attacks near the nuclear sites, and so essentially now, Benham, all three strike sites mentioned by the president. In just 30 seconds, you could give me your thoughts on that.
Well, this is the regime trying to put, you can say, meat on the bone behind President Trump's tweets and comments about strikes on these facilities. But because they come amid a wider war, because they come amid a whole host of comments made by regime officials, this is them trying to update the public, but also water it down.
We're following breaking news out of the Middle East. President Trump announced that the U.S. has attacked
Kind of letting the
three
news
nuclear
breathe a little
sites
bit.
in Iran. In a
It's,
post on Truth Social, he called the attack successful and says the planes are now outside of Iranian airspace. Mr. Trump went on to write, quote, now
Bombed Iran.
is the time for peace. He also says he will address the United States from the White House at 10 p.m. Eastern time. This is the Truth Social message that he put out. Right now, we do have CBS News senior White House correspondent, Weijia Zhang, joining us right now with the very latest. Weijia.
This is not okay.
Carissa, we are waiting for the president to speak in just about 1 hour, and certainly there are so many questions about how this was carried out and about the plans that led up to it. Because, of course, as we have been reporting, it was just on Thursday that he declared a self-imposed 2-week deadline for Iran to really have another chance, a final chance at diplomacy and trying to give them an off-ramp. Of course, that now appears like it was a ruse to give the Pentagon time to get its assets in order to take out this massive, unprecedented operation. I say that because earlier this week we interviewed the former Secretary of the Air Force under the Biden administration, who said this particular bomb has never actually been used in practice. It is a bunker buster bomb, an MOP, that has really been tested, and it was designed for a mission like this, to take out a nuclear site like Fordow, which we've also been reporting on, because it is its primary nuclear site right now for the Iranian nuclear program. And so there are a lot of outstanding questions, not only about the actual attack, but also about the implications afterward. Of course, you said in that president's post that he is now calling for peace, but it is almost unimaginable that there will not be retaliation on the part of the Iranians, who have made crystal clear leading up to this that if the U.S. were to involve themselves militarily and join Iran in its efforts to strike nuclear sites, that there would be consequences, forceful ones. And so at this hour, we are waiting to learn more from the region, and certainly from President Trump, who again is supposed to speak in less than an hour now here at the White House. He just returned from his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey a few hours ago. He did walk by a group of reporters, and he sort of waved and gave his normal fist pump, but walked right into the White House without saying a word. And so we will wait to see what he has to say. But this is a massive development because, you know, he had been signaling that there was still hope for diplomacy, which obviously was not the case.
Reactions from lawmakers on Capitol Hill so far?
Well, it really depends. It's pouring in. So there are, you know, hawks that have been pushing for this sort of response, because this is not a new issue. Administrations for decades have been wondering how to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions. Of course, it was a historic deal that the Obama administration brokered years ago, the JCPOA it was known as, but as soon as President Trump came into office, he pulled out of that deal because he said it was not a good one. And so it depends on the lawmakers, but they have been very vocal, some of them, about the need to do something just like this. On the other hand, there are plenty of voices who were warning the president not to become directly involved because of the potential implications, not only for a wider conflict in the region, but what this could mean for U.S. troops in the region and on the ground.
Some have said in the past that no one wanted to see another U.S.-led war in the Middle East after the history that the U.S. has had with war in that region over the past several decades. Would it be fair to say that?
Well, the president himself said that many times on the campaign trail, many times as president, that he did not want the U.S. to be entangled in any foreign conflicts, which is exactly why there is a significant section of his MAGA base that is
mental gymnastics. Keep
not
doing
on
it.
board with this plan, that we're urging him not to become involved because this was a campaign promise to end all wars and certainly not to involve the U.S. in any other wars. The White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about this directly during her last press briefing on Thursday, and her message to those skeptics about the possibility of a strike was to trust President Trump, was to trust any decision that he would make because it would be for the best for national security.
At this point, what do we expect the president to tell the nation at 10 p.m.? I mean, there's so many questions right now.
I think he will share a lot of details about the actual success of the strike, which he has already declared in one of his posts. So we anticipate hearing more details about what he means when he says they were successful. There was reporting from other outlets, The Guardian exclusively actually, in an article that said one reason why he hadn't given the green light yet was because he did have some doubts about whether the operation would be fully successful. And our CBS News reporting was that he was briefed on all the pros and the cons about launching an attack on the Fordow nuclear site. But his mindset, his thinking was that he had to do it because he believed that was the only real way to ensure that Iran would not move even closer to having a nuclear weapon. And I just asked about this the other day for clarification on what he meant when he said they were just a few weeks away from having a nuclear weapon. And the press secretary told me that it wasn't just about having enough enriched uranium, which is the main component required.
Looking forward to this, Carrie. I got a real party.
One of these
they were like, oh, nobody's going to want to party with you, you
fucking
noob. And here I am with a party of 6 people. And one summoner saw my post. You guys saw it. He's like, I'll help you.
It doesn't exactly align
no douchey.
with what the IAEA, which is the agency that monitors nuclear sites around the world, assessed. They said that
crab bisque is good. Crab, wait, what? Who the fuck eats crab bisque? Lobster bisque.
Bomb, but they certainly had an unprecedented amount of that enriched uranium. The U.S. intelligence, the latest assessment that has been made public, also mirrored that. And so we will be listening to see if the president has more information about exactly what led to this big decision. But, you know,
cool. Well, we're at war.
Imagine he will also talk about what the plan is.
This is a war. I don't care what anybody's saying.
Because even though
this is an act of war.
Now is the time for peace. The reality is that now is the time.
We're going to have an insurgency.
For many different stakeholders.
We're going to have terrorist attacks, probably in the United States, coming up soon. So, terrorist attack coming to your neighborhood.
What do we know about the
coming to a neighborhood near you?
That took place today?
Hold on there.
Come back here around 6 p.m., which he did, and meet with his national security team, which is not out of the ordinary given the tight deadline that he had set.
I am indeed on Twitch, Peachy.
This or not. He had been having frequent national security team meetings since he rushed back from the G7
You're eating crab bisque from
earlier
Patterson
in the week
and Clifton? Are you trying to get food poisoning? It's like eating gas station sushi.
More about all the timing. We need a timeline, a TikTok for exactly when this happened, and
we need a TikTok? What's wrong with this lady?
You know, how did he monitor these attacks? How did he receive information in real time as these teams were carrying them out? And again, what the plan is moving forward.
I brought a child into this world.
What Iranian state media is saying about all
fucking
of this
madman.
I'm
gonna end Ukraine in a week. Was it for me if I was president? Never would have happened.
Obviously.
Or like, if I was president, it never would have happened. Nobody's more peaceful than I am. I never fired a shot. That was his whole thing. In the first term, all his sycophants, like Ann Coulter, they'd be like, oh, Trump, he never fired a shot. He's the most peace-loving president ever. Blah, 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 blah. And this crap. I mean, just complete hypocrisy. Iran has no capability to do anything to us. If they want to hit us with a missile, they'll have to throw it at us.
Incoming emote.
Oh, unfucking believable. Yeah, look at what Iran does. Iran stabbed that guy in the eye, Salman Rushdie. A fatwa they put on his head, and you know, a pro-Iranian psycho stabbed him in the eye. That's gonna happen here. Good job. You're talking about fucking Zelensky and Netanyahu and Gulf of Tonkin. Fucking irrelevant. Gulf of Tonkin incident? Yeah, whatever. We knew it was coming. We staged it, wanted it to happen, etc. This is not that. Oh. Oh, man. Don't you fucking do it. Oh, this guy. Alright, here we go. I'm salty. This is 2003 all over again. Unbelievable. I'm gonna solve Ukraine in a week. Never would have happened if I was president. And then bombs Iran. Like September 11th, we got attacked by a group led by Saudi nationals with them together through Malaysia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, what have you. And what the fuck? What just happened? Oh. thought he just went all Harry Potter and went platform 9 3/4 on me. Wait, Alka slow. Gobos. There you go. You're just like bringing up irrelevant shit, Rusty. Like it doesn't matter. 30% of the vote, like what are you even talking about? Like a real minority, like what? Why am I sneaking in Viz already? These guys ain't shit. Call him BB because he's... I don't know. I don't have anything for that one. What do they call him, BB? Loudly into spy gov device. Well, I trust the... Weird, they keep clipping in and out. Got 2 bets. Level 2 mobs. Cool. What are we afraid of down here? Trust the government and believe whatever they do is right. Bat battalion, level 15. Okay. Yeah. Oh, why are we... Why is he fighting this? Why, though? He just attacked that bomb, and that guy's like, why, though? Funny. Oh, the asbestos mitts. That's right. Trust the government to do what is right for the politicians in charge. These the high level boys? No, level 14. Why are we fighting slimes? Ooh, treasure. Blob. I want to open it. Israel is a very informal country where rank and little get much. Teachers in class are usually called by their first name. Call myself the Full Metal Alchemist. No! I... Right? What are these mobs? Level 21. I'm safe for now. Asbestos is a problem when consumed. What are we talking about asbestos for? What is happening here? Oh yeah, the sheep is gonna just clean house. Well, depends. What level is this guy? He's level 75. Oh yeah, there's a real possibility we're gonna fuck FENRIR up. What do we do? Run! 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 I'm gonna kill this bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. Gonna arrest me? Bang. Look at that sheep. The sheep just hit for 191 damage. Oh, it's asbestos mitts. Oh, I got a bomb arm. I can throw grenades. That's fun. I straight up don't know where to go. Is this it? Why am I stuck? What happened? Wait, what? We stuck? What? Stuck. I'm stuck. How do I get out of here? What? What? What is happening here? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got like scared. This like fucking glitched out all weird.
Incoming emote. You've been examined.
Final Fantasy Tactics remake. They had to remake the entire game because they lost the old code. How did they? I'm surprised. How did they lose it? I thought Square was like really uptight about their. What the fuck? Why is my volume going through the roof? I thought Square was really uptight about their IP. In here. I know you're not asking me, but I don't hate the what the fuck? It's a fake wall. Oh, level 20. Fake wall. It's some Harry Potter shit going on. I'm looking forward to Edge of Eternities in Magic. I think that's very cool. And the new Tezzeret, I think, is amazing. I love that card. That's just a cool concept. 3-mana Planeswalker that can just get loyalty counters whenever you play whenever an artifact enters. So you can just bounce your artifact lands, create a bunch of food tokens, treasure tokens, map tokens, blood tokens, and just take him to the fucking moon. Which is kind of fitting, giving Edge of Eternity is about space. Do I have any other weapons on me? I wish my fishing pole could be a weapon. That would be fun. Yeah, I can shoot stuff with a crossbow. That can be fun. Let's do that. A crossbow bolt. You can go guts berserk on this shit. Watch this. No.
Your inventory is full.
God damn it. Batwing. Worthless. Heroes. Log wardrobe. Can I put that belt away? Log satchel. Let's put the... I got a lot of garbage in here. Watch this.
You are being talked about.
All that I can think of for games. Looking forward to the Trails remake. Trails? Good night. The pet's tank and be at least 30 yums away from FENRIR when it gets close to 50% HP. Okay. Oh, Tales of Destiny, right? Tales of Symphonia. I played a little bit of the... What was the Tales game where the main guy was Stan? I played that one. Whoa. Never heard of any Falcon games. Like, can you clarify? Falcon games? What's a Falcon game? Like Captain Falcon? Who hasn't heard of Captain Falcon? Oh. Trails. Oh, no, I don't know what Trails games. Okay, look at that. Where we go? We're gonna fight Fenrir on Dark's Day. When he's like at his peak of power. Oh, fucking A. I fell off this thing. You stupid shit. This again. Yeah, America, fuck yeah. Yeah, I love being at war. This is retarded. I don't like that word, but this is like, that's what this is. Full moon, Dark's Day. You're whack. Where'd they go? Great.
You are being talked about.
Okay. Up we go. No, I'm good. This is the right way. I'm square. Oh no. Ah. No. Ow. 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 Damn. Just enjoy the show. This is where you get the test answers. Really? Oh, that's right. The Wendigo. I bought those test answers. I wasn't gonna wait for that crap. All those, I think you were on those streams, Nishi. All those Windurst quests I did paid off. I've never been to Torami Canal. I've never been here before. Ever. Never ever. Never ever been here before. Excuse me. Now bats, those are easy prey. Alright, I gotta be careful. Sorry, that sheep is here, so I feel totally safe. I mean, Lullaby Melodia is a freaking unit, but... scary down here. Ash. Just here to help. Stone. What are all those mobs? Big claw, fish, bats. It's like a Castlevania level. Bats and slime monsters. Alright, not cool. My sneak is... Why is it so jammed? This is the FF8 sewer. He hasn't played it. Yeah, we know, so it's lost on him. What, this sewer was in Final Fantasy VIII? It looked like this many mobs? I wish I got more into 8 and gave it a chance. I think FF8 is on the Switch. On the Nintendo eShop for cheap. I have some store credit. I wouldn't mind getting that. Alright, I'll play it, and we could all go in the Discord voice chat, and you guys can tell me how to do the settings and bullshit in that game, because that's what killed me. Casey, do you know a good place to pirate games and anime and music? Is it still like BitTorrent? I did that back in the day. I need free music. I miss my music. Weird, the wind stopped. This place is whack. Look at this. This is definitely a canal. Yeah, I want to finish Xenogears. I had the Xenogears, Like the non-instrumental songs. I had one of those stuck in my head earlier. And Casey, you missed it the other night. What you will give for that forbidden knowledge. Is it Pirate Bay? Pirate Bay still around, or that got destroyed from, because it's basically theft. Oh man, those things are gross. Look at this thing. Rotten Sod. What a name. Wajat? Lich? Alright. Doing good. And we are here. Get that woof. Get the woof. We're getting the woof. The woof is on fire. The woof. The woof. The woof is on fire. Let's drop the level 50 quest item. I have to look it up. I don't recall. Alright, I'm putting my other headphone on. Tell me one. Please click the portal and select none. What is happening? To avoid the lag spike. Okay. What is happening? Wouldn't that be something? Watch my connection drop out. None. Why did I do that? Okay. Punch it. Get the woof. The record is set by 5 adventurers, including Ghostlit. Can you guys hear me? I feel like the volume on this might be a little too loud. Wait, I can summon Carby when I'm not a summoner? FENRIR, grant us your presence. Only for a little while. Draw on the power of the avatars and be reborn. This is a dope cutscene. This is awesome. This is fucking amazing. Look at this. Woof. This is beautiful. Arrgh. Who dare summon me from the darkness of the void? Is that you, Carbuncle? FENRIR, accept my power. Lend us your strength for the sake of Vanadiel. Let us see if your life is worth saving. Do you have the courage to forge a new future? Oh, what's going on there? Do I go? I'm gonna follow the red mage. Alright. Fighting FENRIR if anybody's interested. Standing by and Wu Yi can toss some buffs out. Oh, I'm gonna toss some buffs, alright. Look at Titan. I want to slap Titan right in his butt cheeks. I'm using all my abilities. Fuck him up. Let's get him. Like the booster boxes are worth more than Lord of the Rings. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Oh, we got FENRIR fighting FENRIR. Gotta love the woof. What am I waiting for? Oh no, I hit him for 0 damage. We're in trouble. How did... Why am I hitting for 0 damage? We're gonna have a problem here. Alright, get some... Oh, you ain't shit. 282 damage. I'm alive. Look at all that HP. I'm fine. And they were bitching like, oh, we're gonna carry you, boo. You're too fucking weak. I'm not even landing a hit. This is bad. I don't think we hit a set this big anytime soon in Magic. Are you talking about Final Fantasy Magic? Yeah, FENRIR 2-hour'd and we're all still alive. What's this? Okay. I'm doing no damage. I'm useless. No, this is a carry. You're not wrong. I mean, those people on the Discord didn't have to be douchey about it. I feel like I can't hear myself of my own music. Oh, I don't think I landed a single fucking hit. Alright, that's it. Woofy be gone. Bye, FENRIR. FENRIR defeated FENRIR. Alright, now what? I didn't 2-hour, I'm not gonna waste it. I can see it. FENRIR looks like he's having a stroke. Is he okay? What's wrong with him? You see the blazing life force of Anodiel. That's it. Battlefield clear time. Damn, we almost beat the record. Sheep died and they asked for help because the Red Mage was going to die. I didn't even notice that. People knock me for like being warrior monk, but I do that for the full age, like to be an HP meat wall. And I'm not ashamed. Alright, we got the woof, everybody. Now we gotta go fight all the avatars again. Are we escaping? Or what are we doing? What do? Oh, is there a quicker way out? That's so cool. I got to summon Carbuncle as a part of the cutscene. Very lucky sheep died. The sheepy sacrifice won't be forgotten. Can't we just warp out of here? Oh, okay, I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I was talking to that FF minigame mod developer, whatever he is, on Twitter. The guy who made it. I asked if he could make one for YouTube. He said he can look into it. Hasn't gotten back to me. What? Fuck, get out of here. So as I was saying, now I have to fight all the avatars again, though. Ifrit, Garuda, Shiva, and Leviathan, Titan, Ramu, that's it. Ramu, all of them. Yep. This game's not hard. It just takes a while to get to places. I was gone for a few. I'm confused. The sheep is still there. So, you left for the fight. Good job. You paid money to go see a pay-per-view fight, and you got up and went to the bathroom for the main event. Sheeple. Yeah. That's what we are now, sheeple. We just slept walking through a war. Don't kid yourself. What just happened is an act of war. We're at war with Iran. Good job. I knew it. When he got elected, I told my wife, I said, we're going to end up in an economic catastrophe, bankrupt, invaded, and or in a war. And I was right. Right. I'm glad to be old and fat for war. Yeah. Watch it all burn. It's just different now, though, that I have a child. And now that I have a child in my life, is when we're doing this bullshit. Did you, like, vacate your insides? You had to sit on the toilet forever? Because I was... I don't even know, man. You worry me sometimes, dude. Man. You down here? Where the fuck is this guy? I forget. Where is he? Yeah, I did no damage. Catch you later, thank you. Where the fuck is he? On the roof? Oh, he's on the roof. He's on the roof. Ah! Oh. Oh, slash tell minimus. Let's all give a big Benson shout out to Minimus. Minnie Mouse. Mini M-I-N-I-M-U-S. March to Gaza for from Canada.
Incoming tell.
March to Gaza from Canada. That's funny. Alright. Cutscene. As far as the plants here goes, I will keep that in mind. I was talking about fucking plants. Had a great dream. I support him to the extreme. Talks in a rhyme. Didn't have the time. Oh, there you are, my adventurous friend. I feared this fountain for aid spelled your end. I just did no damage, and I took 800 damage to the face. You did miss something, Rusty. I did tank 800 damage to the face, and I lived. Listen to that classic Final Fantasy music. Hang on. Let's tee this up. Where is it? There we go. Carbuncle had wanted to tell Fenrir the things that transpire in the world out here. Our little blue friend here has been all alone. Is the reason Fenrir's behavior well known? Reason for Fenrir's behavior well known. Hi, Carby. Fenrir, just as we are, is one of the new energies born to the world of Vana'diel. We new powers are a part of Vana'diel. We must abide by its rules and can die just like any other beast. The avatars, on the other hand, are life force that belong to an ancient order of them. As the ancient past of Vana'diel now sleeps, the life force of the avatars are bound in torpor. Vana'diel belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. You must see the nature of your world. In time, you'll come to understand that Vana'diel must be returned to its true form. You'll understand what you were born to do. Until Donald Trump shows up and drops bombs on it without congressional authorization. He's gonna drop a bomb on Vana'diel and say, they're gonna commit terrorism on us. We gotta destroy them first. The blessings of Fenrir are now yours. Do I want Fenrir stone? Nope. Ancient's key, a pact with Fenrir. Yes. Goodbye for now. Life forces of Vana'diel. Is he holding his nose? Did I dream of that? Or was it all real? Carbuncle's speech was beyond me, I feel. New energies born into Vana'diel. The Avatar's ancient and slumbering still. This could be a start of a new study craze. You could spend your whole life in a researcher's days. Carbuncle's ruby will be in great need. It might speak again. Those words must heed. Yay. Cheeto Mussolini. Yeah, boy. Hot dog. What title does that give me? Heir of the New Moon. Yeah, just, you know, okay, the president can act unilaterally and attack a place. It feels like we're under threat. We are not under threat from Iran. This is Trump. He loves guns and power and the military. He thinks the military is his own personal army. That's all this is. That's all this is. And I was right. We have an economic issue with him now. We're going to be effectively at war with him. The economy's in the shit. He did inherit the Biden economy, but it was the economy that he kind of fucked up when he left in 2020. So Just a fucking disaster. And if you're on any kind of Medicaid, Social Security, government benefits on the government dole, have fun waiting in line, driving 4 hours to a Social Security office when they're all closed or waiting online, or just having your benefits cut and taken from you. That's going to happen. Unreal. Okay, now I need an eco warrior. Let's see. You gotta go and summon our woof, though. I love welfare. Well, I know a guy who's on it, and he voted for Trump, and they were complaining about the Social Security office was closed or something. I'm like, well, you voted for it. You did that to yourself. And then they just completely changed the subject. Like I never even said anything, and I'm like, you do it to me again, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you. I don't want to shame anybody who voted for Trump, but it's just completely, you know, Democrats are just downright stupid. But it would have been better. Good people with disabilities, single moms, but other than that, they want people desperate and working fast food because knowing your place. Well, that's Trump. Election night, it was sickening watching all those swanky parties at the golf resorts, black tie event, watching the election. If any one of us showed up outside of the gates of Trump's fancy pants place, we probably would have been shot. That's an exaggeration, but we would have been questioned and removed by security. Kamala was shit, you're not wrong. And I don't, oh, look at that, that worked. So I bought a scroll for 350 gil and I sold it for 5k. Profit. I thought that said maybe a bathroom out in the garbage. I was gonna be like, Nisha, are you okay? Isn't Jollibee a Filipino chain? Let's see, Summoner. I'm better than Acknowledge. Here we go. Let's get it. Summoner. Where am I? Where's the easiest Windy to teleport from and whatnot? Windy Woods? Yeah, why not? Yeah, there's a Jollibee in Edison now. When it first opened, the line was around the place 4 times. I don't know what Eco Warrior I need. Feed. Jollibee is a fast food chain, Rusty. Its logo, its mascot is a bee. Just give it a Google. Jollibee. You'll see it. You've probably seen them down south, Rusty. Yeah, you're not wrong, Rusty. It took... Well, in the 1990s, they had Taco Bell. So, I don't know what century that neck of the woods is in. It took, what? fucking 25 years to get a Taco Bell. Steed. Elon Musk. Let's do it. Watch this. Get ready to use all my MP.
Your skill has increased.
Woo! Wee with a wolf. Get him. Ah. How much damage is this gonna do? It missed. Oh no, it did 34 damage. Dud. Dud. Dead. What people did in 1890s. We put them as a drug dealer. Yeah, it is pretty backward up there. Whenever I drive up there, I want to leave as quickly as possible. Command. Assault. Get him, Wolf. Oh man, 28 damage. Summoner does not play around. Is Trump a retarded baboon? Yes, he is. Pretty commonplace now. It's called a pharmacy. Sussex County is the reason the white woman extinction button meme exists. Your granddad is not the town elders, that's why you're no. It's not like that up there. If there was a train line up there, like if Andover still had the train line to the city, I would consider living up there as it'd be hell of a lot cheaper. Give it a Google. Sussex County, New Jersey. Oh, my Luke disappeared. I was about to pick a bunch of fights and not be able to defend myself. In the fifth of the Civil War, he found out who held a part cousin's house when he found out who held a party in front of his cousin's house. Sus. Yeah, it is a very sus place. We dropped the Moabs. I should really put on the news. Oh, no. Fuck. Ow. Back. Turn on the news. Megs, you got a link for that? Is there a live stream you can recommend? Destination, yeah.
For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They've been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with our objective, their general, Qasem Soleimani, I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue.
Might die.
I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before.
Shut up, you clown.
And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity.
That's bullshit.
I hope that's so.
You got to get over that.
I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff,
play it now. This is the
General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
You're a tragedy.
Remember,
to this
there
country,
are
you clown.
many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
He's treated XYZ.
Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon.
Pieces.
And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them.
You, God. You're an atheist.
God bless.
Nobody believes you.
The Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
God bless the country. You kind of rat fuck. Because I'm going to be in jail otherwise. Shit. Oh, we got Asmund.
B-2 bombers on the move. Uh-oh.
Breaking moments ago, new reports from open source plane spotters show 6 B-2 stealth bombers from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri appearing to head toward a U.S. Air Force Base in Guam. The B-2 can carry two 15-ton bunker buster bombs that could be used to target Iran's heavily fortified Fordo nuclear site.
Yeah.
This is a second U.S. aircraft carrier will arrive in the Middle East this weekend. President Trump will return later today to the White House for an intelligence briefing. Welcome to Fox News Live on a busy news weekend.
So they're bringing in the bombers.
Washington. New airstrikes from the Israeli Air Force against missile storage and launch infrastructure in Iran overnight, as the IDF says it has killed the commander of the Quds Force, who is a key coordinator of weapons deliveries to Hamas.
Fuck him, bro. That's a rip bozo. Got his ass.
News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is live in Tel Aviv with more. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Mike. Yeah, we are into now day 9 of the war between Israel and Iran, and there are more raids on key Iranian targets as well as individuals. The Isfahan nuclear...
So they left the airport with half a tank of gas so they can carry the bomb.
Can't hear anything.
The facility was hit for the second time by Israel. The IAEA confirms real damage was done to the centrifuge construction facility. And another assassination by Israel. Saeed Izzadi, a Revolutionary Guard commander who played a key role in the deadly October 7 Hamas attack against Israel, was taken out.
I mean, at this point, if I was part of the Iran military, I'd just be like, guys, listen, I gotta go. Like, I gotta get out of here, man. Like, this is
my daughter has a dance recital. I gotta go.
I would leave. Yeah, I would just like, I would be like, all right, everybody, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'd be like, all right, honey, pack the shit. Let's fucking just start driving away.
And the IDF claims to have shot down nearly all 40 Iranian drones headed towards Israel this morning. Tehran has had less success with these relatively slow-moving projectiles.
Yeah.
Now, here in Tel Aviv, after we watched overnight a barrage of some 5 Iranian missiles, all knocked down by Israeli defenses, it has been relatively quiet, knock wood. Evening usually sees more activity. And as you know,
new one and demo the old one.
News citing sources is reporting that 6 B-2 stealth bombers have left their home base in Missouri, said to be headed to Guam, which is a bit closer and a bit of an easier run to Iran. Now, Mike, that aircraft...
I'm just gonna fucking self-report.
I don't know who Kirsch is.
Okay.
Now is the time for peace, in Trump's tweet, and he drops a bomb.
Yeah, I had no idea where the fuck it is.
Is the only one that can deploy the much-discussed bunker-busting bombs
okay. They don't speak English over there.
They
couldn't read the map.
Deeply dug and crucial Fordo nuclear facility. Back to you.
Greg Talcott starting us off live in Tel Aviv. Greg, many thanks. President Trump will head back to Washington later today for a briefing on Iran.
He fell through the attic.
Wait up to 2 weeks on a decision to strike the Middle Eastern country. Nate Foy is traveling with the president in Bedminster, New Jersey.
Oh, what did he say?
Hey, Mike, good afternoon. So, yeah, the pieces on the chessboard and the posturing ahead of a potential decision from President Donald Trump, which he promises is coming in the next 2 weeks, continues to develop.
I don't see why the fuck we're getting involved. Israel said they can do it. Just let them fucking do it.
Israel can't do it. They're running out of ammunition, money, and people.
Of course we
Israel's economy is going to crash, then it's going to be our problem.
It's better that we bomb the nuclear facility than them having the nuclear facility. But if Israel can do it, and we don't have to do anything, that's a win-win situation. We don't do shit. They don't have shit.
Up with, according to that open source flight tracking data, those 6 B-2 bombers, and according to the data that we are seeing in the refueling pattern of those planes, it appears that they left without a full fuel tank, which could indicate that they are in fact carrying those bombs.
Israel's not going to be fine. Their entire
has not confirmed this independently.
They have.
We are working for that confirmation. But President Trump is at his
their army's what? It's all conscripts, and you got people on their second or third tour. They're not able to stay home and work and raise their families. There's no money coming to the economy. People are hunkered down in bomb shelters. I am very well informed on this. All right, I promise. But Israel's economy is not on fire, but it's not great right now, and it's going to get worse. When your entire population is in a conscripted army like military service and doing several tours, not good for your economy.
Now, Mike, Trump also pushed back on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's comments.
They're not fine. They're hiding in bomb shelters every night.
Destroying Iran's Fordo nuclear facility on its own.
So the extremists hate America, Israel, and Europe. How did Australia get left off? They're like us. I don't know. Like, what the fuck does Australia do? Nothing.
The president said Israel has a limited capacity. He also said his own national intelligence director was wrong when she testified before Congress in March, saying that Iran was not pursuing a nuclear weapon.
Because of the bankers and tech bros.
No, that Iran is building a nuclear weapon. Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that?
Your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong.
Yeah.
Now, Gabbard responded on X, writing in part, quote, "The dishonest media is
can't find a paywall. This is paywall, but you get through the archive thing.
And spreading
I would have never expected
news as a way to manufacture division. America has intelligence that Iran is at the point that it can produce a nuclear weapon within weeks to months." Now, in that same testimony before Congress in March, Gabbard testified that Iran has an unprecedented
I listen to a lot of independent media. I'm big into the Breaking Points podcast. And
why the fuck is this even a conversation? Like, we don't ever have conversations about Zimbabwe building a nuclear fucking bomb. We never have conversations about a nuclear bomb being built by fucking, I don't know, Madagascar.
Madagascar. Those lemurs.
It's pretty fucking obvious that they're trying to do that. Like, how is anybody even thinking about this for a second? Really? Like, it's crazy. It's obvious they're trying to do it.
To that as evidence that there's no daylight between her and the president in his view of Iran's capabilities.
Vampires, get
in
it?
regards to
Their
her
leathery
previous
skin.
testimony. Trump is set to leave Bedminster for the White House later this afternoon. We'll send it back
Yeah,
to you.
Trump's at his golf club, an hour away from my house.
Nate, thanks very much.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not even sure, right? But, like, I've got a pretty good feeling that, I mean, it's hard to say. But if they're already moving a lot of those bombers over there, it's a lot. It's to shut up the yapping retards saying we're doing something wrong. Maybe, I don't know. I see Iran's not building a nuclear weapon. Supreme Leader has not authorized nuclear weapons program. He's suspended. The IC is closely monitoring to see if they reauthorize the nuclear program. Yeah, no, I obviously like it, but it's not about whether they have the program. It's about whether they can engage the program, right? I mean, obviously, like if you have the tools to be able to do that, and you can do
Trump's
it
going to get us all killed.
Time, I think that's really the issue more than anything, right? I mean, I would kind of guess. Big Russian push against attacking Iran going off too. Yeah, I mean, well, the reason why Russia and China don't want Iran to be attacked is because Iran is a compromising force against America. And if Iran has nuclear weapons, that's another ally that they have that removes America's hegemony, right? I mean, that's obviously the reason why.
Yeah.
It's just simply a strategic win for them if they don't have it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so fucking common sense. I never heard Russia pushing this. No, they've said it multiple times. Russia's said multiple times they don't want the U.S. to get involved. And Russia even has nuclear scientists in Iran. But the thing is that also...
Yeah, China sells its gas. They have a direct train line. They sell gas, like a direct train line or some kind of line. They ship gas right to...
So it shouldn't even be an issue.
Iran sells their gas to China.
They've funded multiple terrorist groups that have killed Americans, that have shut down trade routes, that have bombed and destabilized the entire region. It's probably cost us collectively billions of dollars. Like the thing is, like Iran not doing something directly doesn't matter whenever they're paying people to do it on their behalf. Like that's the difference. Like I feel like people can't understand this distinction, but it very much exists. Just because somebody has a proxy doing something on their behalf, they are still responsible for doing that. They're the ones paying for it. They're cutting the checks. Because some countries are allowed to commit genocide, others aren't allowed to defend themselves, of course. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I just don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb. Like, I mean, whatever your genocide...
So is China going to be cold
bullshit,
this next winter?
This other thing?
China's always cold. They do tell people to stop using less heat. China's still coal-powered. That's why the air quality sucks over there.
Retarded? Let me look at the other one.
Straight to our top story this morning. Israel says it's currently striking military infrastructure in Iran after killing an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps commander who they say funded and armed Hamas ahead of the October 7th attacks in Israel.
Mike Tobin is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest details.
What a surprise.
Good morning, Griff. Good morning, gang. Israeli fighter jets are active right now.
We don't want this. We shouldn't have attacked Iran. We shouldn't have done it. It's going to be mission creep. They're going to be like, well, we took out this bad guy, but now we got to go get these guys over here and put boots on the ground.
Those missiles once again creating fireballs in the sky as they
Dino's cider, my favorite.
Israeli missile
is that a hard cider?
In hot pursuit in the sky. The town of Holon, next to Tel Aviv, took a hit, resulting in a fire on the top of an apartment building. No reports of injuries.
Yeah, Russia's basically a giant gas station.
Hit in the past 3 days. Israeli warplanes have been on the hunt in Iran. The IDF reports the assassination of key Iranian figures. One of them was struck.
Don't even
in a car.
have filters on them. I haven't heard that one.
The IDF says he was a commander of the force who transferred
so
weapons.
They blew him up in a car? Damn. And that didn't even fuck up any of the other cars either.
To Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthi rebels. The IDF also says they assassinated Saeed Izzadahi last night.
2 of them? God damn.
He is said to have been one of the architects of the October 7th massacre and a key person in the relationship between Iran.
I mean, I can't see how anybody thinks that Iran is coming out of this ahead when they constantly have their guys getting murked like this.
Yeah. I think...
Really? Like
the Iranian army has a higher turnover rate than like a retail job in a town full of teenagers.
So Israel can be surgical? Yeah, clearly.
And Hamas. He was killed in a hideout apartment in the Iranian town of Qum. The destruction of Iran's missiles continues. The IDF estimates they have destroyed more than half of Iran's missile capability.
goal is to make sure that they are in disarray, that they have a hard time.
They said 30% like 5 days ago or 4 days ago. So it seems like they're making good progress.
Out operations.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't keep pushing all the time, it might change. They might regroup, they might rearrange, but we're pushing all the time. We're hunting down their commanders. We're hunting down their missile launchers, making sure
Charlie
they don't...
Kirk, let's see what he has to say.
Of a regime we were told is suicidal, insane, and an imminent threat to us and everyone else. That means we now have to pray those claims about them being suicidal and aggressive, which were used to justify our attacks, were wrong, and that no retaliation occurs. A thing I don't hear a lot, this is now me talking,
honeycomb coal.
You know, like modern Iran, the reason Iran is Shia, it was founded by kind of a, I don't know how else to describe it, like an apocalyptic Islamic movement. There was the founder of modern Iran claimed he was the Mahdi, who's kind of a messianic figure in Islam, that he is basically the 12th Imam
2003 all over again.
Kind of bring about the
not much has changed.
Multiple Muslims since
have
claimed
I didn't start playing Final Fantasy 11
but like
until
the founder of modern
2005,
Iran claimed he was that, and then he lost a big battle. And
what else was cool in 2003, 4, and 5?
He died an alcoholic basically as a result. But so yeah, you have
their legacy is they invades.
They follow a religion that kind of has a vision.
There's a Joe Rogan clip talking about how he interviewed somebody
Islamic figure destroying
who studies like genes for a living, and like apparently everybody in Pakistan is related. There's a ton of inbreeding in Pakistan
in the face of U.S. strikes, or will they think, okay, things are getting a little too hot, like let's take the hand that is offered to us, and we can hope they do.
And I think that's the problem in
India too.
I feel like America's
offered them a hand quite a few times. President Trump signaled repeatedly, I would like to not bomb you.
I had a doctor.
Make me bomb you.
Early last year, I had to see a doctor,
and now he's decided he had to bomb them.
She's like, yeah, I'm from Pakistan. She took her face mask off for a second.
Everyone in the audience is
and she had this little, like, her chin and jaw.
I'm against the bombing, which, by the way,
this really shrunken chin, like the Habsburg chin. It was kind of like that.
But if you're just
I just took one look at her, thought of that Joe Rogan clip, and I was like, yep.
Press pause.
Her parents are related.
Exhausted a diplomatic channel on multiple occasions, and Iran was not interested in it. Why was Iran not interested? Because they really thought, for whatever reason, President Trump was not going to do this. Now, I also have to simultaneously caution everybody in the audience that is cheerleading the bombing of this facility.
It's gonna be cheerleading.
Which is, by no measure, is this a death blow to the nuclear program?
What was popular in 03? I don't even remember what
program
music
is
was
a mindset.
popular back then.
It's going to set them back significantly, maybe years. I mean, the facilities are not...
I was like, what, a freshman in high school?
The Persian people are very smart, though.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Andrew?
It's a huge point, Charlie.
I was really into Coldplay back then.
I think
remember
that what you're saying is spot on, because
Lord of the Rings was in theaters.
This is the problem that we've been talking about.
Attack of the
Can
Clones,
you actually
the first
stop
Spider-Man
a nuclear
movie
program without a regime change? And if you can't, then we're just getting deeper into a regime change.
That's Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and Spider-Man were all in theaters at the same time at some point, I think.
Bridge, right, that are saying
amazing.
that, they're actually a rational actor.
Like
they posture, but they're
Hall of Fame
actor.
era
So
of baseball.
This has
Randy
been
Johnson, Barry Bonds, A-Rod,
the conflict
Pedro
that we've been
Martinez,
struggling
all those guys.
through, because there's no good options in Iran. It's 92 million people. They're a proud people, a strong people. It is a mindset, and I totally agree with what the point you're making. Sorry, I chimed in.
No, it's great. No, it's fine. But I just here is the. Do you want the bleaker, bearish view here? Outside of Americans getting killed, from an Iranian perspective, there is a reading here. I don't think it's likely. I'd probably give it a 30 to 40% chance that they are backed up against a wall, and this becomes an internal rallying cry. The Ayatollah and his gang of crazy people stay in power, and they say, "Oh, America, you think you could take out our nuclear program? This is now priority number one. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to enrich uranium. If you bomb us, we'll reconfigure. If you bomb us, we'll reconfigure. There will be no stopping us." Now, if that is their attitude, that will force the Israelis' hand to try to take out oil fields and take out electricity. But I just want everybody to understand, a nuclear program is at its core a mindset. Now, yes, this is a timeline changer. What President Trump did tonight is a timeline disruption. However, can you guys get Tom Cotton? Tom Cotton was on Sean Hannity's program. Sean Hannity's program was really good. About an hour ago, and Tom Cotton said something that was just not right. He said something on Fox. He got a little bit too excited. You know what Tom Cotton said? He said this has completely wiped out all of Iranian's nuclear program. That is not correct. What it has is it knocked out their nuclear capability. So I'm going to educate you guys on something. There's two different words here, and they matter. Nuclear program, nuclear capability. Those are not the same thing. So one would be like, let's just use a football analogy. If you bomb a practice field, you have just bombed a football field's football capability, but they still have a football program.
Yeah.
They can adjust.
A football team is the players, it's the coaches,
mindset, it's the philosophy,
the general knowledge.
You know what a great example of this is? When the Marshall football team died in the plane crash.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the Marshall football team died in the plane crash back in like the 70s or 80s? The program actually was still alive. They decided to, we're going to bring more people on there. It was a great movie. What's that movie called?
We Are Marshall.
We Are Marshall. And so we got to read a lot of these super chats, but I just want all of you guys to understand that by the way, this might have delivered just about a demoralizing death blow where the Mullers are like, we're done. This is like, by the way, they took 20 years building Fordo and a ton of money. Now, here is the kicker, and then let's get there. What is the most important ingredient, everybody? The most important ingredient, money. If Donald Trump keeps the heavy sanctions on, it's going to be very hard for Iran to finance a nuclear capability. So you got nuclear program, nuclear capability. Their capabilities have now been significantly neutered. Their program is still alive. Let's go to some super chats here, Blake.
Great. Let's get some. Sorry, I just want to get these because people pay for them, so we should acknowledge them. Let's get some ones on Rumble. SquareEnix gave $10 on Rumble. He said, this is completely different. Trump hit them so hard, they have to reconsider. This isn't like Obama with all of the all of the regulations. I assume he meant sanctions there. Thank you, SquareEnix.
They got their finances, ways of making money. That'll bring them to heel, and the population's going to overthrow them and replace them with the crown prince. It doesn't work. We did it to Russia after they invaded Ukraine. They just rebranded their McDonald's. They rebranded their Levi's jeans. They sell shit to China, North Korea, and Iran, and they're fine.
God's involvement.
Russian money's almost never been stronger. And they keep selling their gas to all these countries.
And our Hirsch 707 gave $5.
This is just a neoliberal
I don't
bullshit.
get what the big deal
Nothing
is.
about this
Trump
is a good
should
idea.
tell the media and Iran it was peaceful protests. LOL. And also, Sir Ionokai, who gave $100 early, gave another $10 and said he's not pissed, he's not happy, he's playing wait and see, and he trusts Trump. So thank you for that $10.
Are we doing this or what?
Do we want to have Jack say something, and then I'll read all of the YouTube ones?
Yes, please. Jack, chime in here, by the way. Everyone, just remember, please subscribe to the Charlie Kirk Show podcast. Email us proof of subscription by screenshotting your subscription, freedom@charliekirk.com, and we will pick a couple winners. Jack, what are we seeing? What are we hearing? What are your thoughts?
Hey, we got more people.
Jack's frozen. All right. YouTube time. All right. Mike Camoro gave $50 and said,
I want a $50 super chat.
Not, quote,
give me money.
Not a Christian unless you support Israel, says the, quote, Christians supporting wars based off of a Schofield Bible.
Some sort of blockade sanctions aren't enough. Blockade, take out exporting.
Man, I'm not even.
That
is
won't
he
work.
talking about Ted Cruz
won't
here?
work.
What is this?
Someone is very angry, basically says it's not Christian to support.
Unrealistic and
stupid. Podcast on the Schofield Bible. This
Stop making excuses for what they did.
Okay. You don't know what you think you know about the Schofield Bible. Okay. Anyway, it's not a separate Bible. It's not. They're like, oh, it is what's
Dog
called
shit.
It's
Why
like
are we
a study
cheerleading
guide.
this?
Does that make sense? So it's like it interprets passages. People think like it changed the Bible.
Oh man.
No, it is the Bible. Okay. Anyway,
Hash Function 25 gave $5, and he says we will force Iran to understand the gay disco. Oh boy, and then they might want to surrender to avoid that one. Tristan gave $5 and said Christians who don't support Israel do not believe in God. John Galt gave us what I believe is 20 Australian dollars, which I think you can take and trade in at the bank for real dollars. And he said Israel was too excited to wait the 2 weeks, so not only did they dictate the actions to D.C., but also the timing. Where is American sovereignty and all of that?
Well,
thank you for the donation.
They can
I
send a
think
train overland to China.
Overstating it a bit.
If you bomb a railway in Iran, that's Chinese built and Chinese
fully
owned.
Broken 625 gave $10. Do we think
They're not just going to
Putin
attack shipping
knew
infrastructure?
This was coming? I suspect he had his reasons, and I want to acknowledge some people have said, is Russia going to react very hostilely to this? Will China react hostilely to this? Both of those countries have a relationship with Iran, but I think a thing we've seen that's been pretty clear over the last week is no one outside.
Charlie Kirk looks like if plain oatmeal can talk.
Absolutely and clearly. Tell me, absolutely and clearly grounds for impeachment. Can you tell me that? There is a legal predicate for impeachment. There's a legal requirement. High crimes and misdemeanors. What was the high crime and misdemeanor? That he, as commander-in-chief, wielded the American military to achieve a long-standing American strategic objective, right? Like it or not. That he fulfilled his rights under the War Powers Resolution. What is it? Totally ridiculous. Senator Cruz has a statement out. It says, quote, I commend our pilots and service members, our intelligence personnel, President Trump, and his national security staff on tonight's successful and critical operation. The prospect of the Iranian regime acquiring nuclear weapons represents the most acute immediate threat to, hold on, they lost it. I'm going to read it straight from there. My prompter is dead. I don't know, maybe the Iranians are attacking the prompter. This is from Senator Cruz. The prospect of the Iranian regime acquiring nuclear weapons represents the most acute immediate threat to America and our allies. When the Ayatollah chants death to America, he means it. You're avoiding everything I'm saying. Building nuclear weapons is because he intends to use them. You're just like President Trump has consistently and unequivocally stated that those threats cannot be countered without dismantling the Iranian regime's enrichment capacity. The president and his negotiators spent 2 months exploring whether the regime would agree to a negotiated settlement that met America's national security needs. At the end of that period, Iranian regime officials declared that instead of agreeing to a deal, they would open a new enrichment facility and install more advanced centrifuges. Okay, so there's a little bit of information, which is not surprised. Obviously, Senator Cruz is totally on board with what President Trump has done here. Senator Cruz has been a little more hawkish on Iran for a long time. You know, he has, as he says here, taken the death to America chants quite seriously. And so you've got Trump and Cruz, even though they fought a little bit in that 2016 primary, they are completely simpatico on this point and on a lot of other points. But what Cruz is pointing out here is something that a lot of people suspected from Trump. Namely, Trump said, you got 60 days, Iran. You gotta give me what I want. Namely, you will not create.
Can you guys hear me? Who can hear me?
And Iran said no. And I get why Iran said no. Because
can anybody hear me? You guys should be able to hear me. I see my volume bar moving. You can't hear me. That's a you problem, I think.
Give up your nuclear program and we'll let you stay in power. And he gave up his nuclear program, and then we took him out. So it was a horrible decision by the Obama administration and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
Anybody hear me? Sound check. Nishi, Casey, Megs, can you guys hear me?
I can't give up my nuclear program because that's going to guarantee that I'm not going to remain in power. So Iran said, no, we're not going to come to a deal. And then, as Cruz points out, he says, Trump, then day 61, we were ready to roll.
Yeah, I see my little microphone bar moving. I can't get any louder.
Rather than agree to a deal, they opened an enrichment facility.
Anybody? Can anybody hear me? Anybody?
Diplomacy was not going to work. So he concludes, after that,
way better now. Well, I didn't do much, so I don't know what to tell you.
Against the regime and its nuclear infrastructure, which was enormously successful, but could not disable
this
the nuclear.
Is dog shit. Can't listen to this.
They are actually sending.
Yeah, I knew you could hear. Okay.
They are sending the B-2 bombers.
Breaking moments ago, new reports from open source plane spotters show 6 B-2 stealth bombers.
More raids on
with half a tank.
So
they left the airport with half a tank of gas, so they can carry the bomb.
They left the airport with half a tank of gas.
The facility was hit.
And literally, as Assman went offline, the attack happened.
News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran.
So I'm just going to let Big D read it.
We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Great. Trump bombed Iran. We were at war. Let's pray this doesn't escalate.
the U.S. is officially at war with Iran. It may not be legally or through doctrine or through declaration, but Iran is saying, you started this, Mr. President, we're going to finish.
Here we go.
So it's being reported right now that Donald Trump has dropped, or he's ordered 6 bunker buster bombs dropped on the Fordo Iranian nuclear facility. They are saying they've completely destroyed the facility. They used around 32 or so Tomahawk missiles on other nuclear targets as well. The planes have safely exited, and now we are seeing the potential repercussions only just beginning, which is Iran stating in their media, there's a ton of bases showing maps of U.S. bases saying, Mr. President, you started this, and we are going to finish it. Now,
great.
Congress has not declared war. There's a question of whether or not this is constitutional. Thomas May says it's not constitutional.
That's what I was saying.
But there is an argument that the president can take direct action, and then Congress can constrain him after the fact because he's the commander-in-chief. So he can order our military to do things. However, a full-on declaration of war is something he cannot do, which, I got to be honest, I do not believe it makes sense that the president would be able to bomb a foreign country before we can declare war. I understand the argument, and there's some argument for surgical strikes, which is what they've done, but Iran is saying this is a declaration of war, the U.S. is now involved, and they want retaliation. That being said, I don't know how much my opinion is worth on the matter. I'm not entirely convinced this is going to go full-scale World War III. I said it before, as we've been discussing this throughout the past couple of weeks. I don't see any of the BRICS nations, I don't see China or Russia deciding to scale up war against the United States because the U.S. has bombed Iran, specifically their nuclear facilities. No, it's a game of chicken. Certainly, they may try and use this as leverage against us. They may make public declarations. I think it'll be highly unlikely this will ramp up. That being said, again, I don't know how much my opinion is worth in this. Iran may start firing medium-range and short-range ballistic missiles at U.S. targets throughout the region. They're going to call this, they're saying it's war. They're saying we are at war. Many personalities are saying, guys, we are at war. The hope that we all have now, those that did not want the intervention, is that this will not escalate. I don't have much else to say other than I do trust Donald Trump. I don't think he takes this lightly. I will say it clearly and plainly. I did not vote for this, and I have no problem saying that. I will also recognize Donald Trump has done one heck of a good job so far. As much as this is against my wishes strongly, who am I? I'm just saying, my view on things, I think this is a bad idea, while understanding the risks of a nuclear-armed Iran, and my fear that they're going to be sending out these weapons to a bunch of whack jobs throughout the Middle East, and what that means, not just for us and our allies, but for Yemen, for regular people in Iraq. You give the Houthi rebels fissile material, and they're threatening dirty bombs. All of a sudden, we are living in the plot of Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, unfortunately, right now we're living in the plot of Top Gun Maverick, where they had to go in and do a surgical strike on Iran. So none of these are favorable outcomes. Again, I'll say this. The liberals are all coming out and saying, hey, MAGA, did you vote for this? Did you vote for this? Clearly, we didn't. Some people did. But I think the cultists don't seem to understand.
Make things worse?
The issue at hand, Donald Trump represents more than just whether or not he's engaging in strikes in the Middle East. I've known for a while Donald Trump upped the drone strikes in the Middle East. And I'm not a fan of that, but Trump was also pulling our personnel out of the Middle East and setting these timelines, which is a net positive. Now, this, major net negative.
We pulled out of Afghanistan. We traded Afghanistan for Iraq.
I'm wrong.
Iran.
I'm wrong. Here's my view. Trump's presidency has moved into slight net negative territory. But what does that mean? Basically, what I'm saying is, if this escalates, then Trump has done more damage, or I should say the damage, in my view, will outweigh the good that he's done so far. That's just my view on things. I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but let me also say that he's done so much good that if I'm saying I'm putting him at a 45%, I look at all the other presidents of my lifetime and they've been miserably bad, substantially worse. So if you want to talk about Donald Trump engaging in these strikes,
that's a black mage on my part.
I'll say fine. It's still the least worst thing we've seen. Now, I know all these leftists, they come out and they're like, well, what about Soleimani? Like, liberals were happy with that, too. They were just mad that it's Donald Trump. Okay?
That I don't need because I have a black mage that can teleport me.
Like the Washington Post, the austere scholar stuff. So, look, let's break it down. There are people
I'm
who
not
are
concerned about dirty bombs. That's a
interventionists.
Post 9/11 piece of bullshit. That's really unrealistic.
This is the right thing to do. We should have done it. Mark
These
Levin,
cave-dwelling, goat-herding psychos,
like,
Taliban, Al-Qaeda,
and my attitude
ISIS,
is, okay,
they're not smart enough to handle nuclear material.
It's clearly bad. I don't like that we're in this position as the United States, but I do trust Trump, and I'm going to hope for the best. I'm not going to freak out and cry and choose one extreme over the other. I mean, you've got people, when it comes to the issue of Israel, they don't want to address the Iran nuclear issue simply because they hate Israel. But then you've got people who love Israel so much, they're like, we should be bombing other countries on their behalf. I think it's fair to say the issue of Iran is not just that Israel is involved and these people who think that Israel controls us. It's ridiculous, okay? The reality is, let me put a caveat. This is largely about the liberal economic order, the liberal world order, which I'm not a fan of, like the IMF, the SWIFT payment system, all of that stuff. But there is a reality to consider for even anti-intervention people of what it means if Iran enriches uranium, not for bombs, but to get the fissile material that can be used in dirty bombs and low-yield, ground-level explosives that can seriously mess up civilian populations. That's the real concern.
Yep.
I think it's silly to be like Iran's going to fire a nuke at Israel. I mean, they might. And don't get me wrong. I understand. They're already firing ballistic missiles. We get it. But I don't think Iran wants to turn to glass. Okay, mutually assured destruction. I don't think
not all bagels are made the same.
The same now that the Cold War is over. But I think it's fair to say that Iran doesn't want to get wiped out in a rain of hellfire from not even just the U.S. but other countries that would start nuking Iran if Iran fired a nuke. There is a real concern that they get a nuclear bomb. Well, not anymore, I guess, if we can trust the media. But I do think that if Iran were to take this nuclear material, which even Tulsi Gabbard says they were enriching beyond levels needed for civilian use, for electrical use. Look at the Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. They're firing missiles at cargo ships, and then the U.S. engages in surgical strikes to try and stop them. I don't like any of this. I don't like the liberal economic order. I don't like World Police USA. I get it. But I'm a reformer, not a revolutionary. I say it every single day. I look at what the Trump presidency represents, and it is a move towards something better than we had last time. I can fully recognize this is less than ideal for me and for a lot of my friends and a lot of people, things that we see. I lean towards, I do not want the U.S. involved in this war. And I think most people do. I'm also not a blind zealot who's going to scream and bash my face on the floor because Donald Trump did something that's bad. Donald Trump has done a lot of things I don't like.
How was that kosher?
But I try to be reasonable and calculate
milk and
what
beef
we're
together
doing as a nation, what Trump has done,
Team America.
add it all together, and then try and come up with, are we doing better or worse? I fear, and I agree with Tucker largely, this has the possibility to screw things up royally for us. That's just my thoughts. But I'm kind of a wait and see guy, right? I will say this, I am mildly perturbed that these strikes were taken, and it was done so with all of us believing that Trump was in good faith trying to negotiate the whole time. And let me say that one more time. I felt like we were played for fools because we were told over and over again Trump was going to negotiate. He was going to wait 2 weeks. This wasn't going to happen. And what did they do? They went and did it anyway.
American cheese is disgusting.
Right
it's
now,
synthetic crap. Don't
all
eat
that
that.
You can do is say, let's.
You're going to eat cheese, get a nice cheddar,
peace,
Swiss, pepper jack,
but
Gorgonzola, Munster, anything but American cheese.
I mean, the snowball is rolling down the hill. The die has been cast. So you can whinge and cry all you want. The thing we do now is try to apply pressure and try and make sure we get the best outcome possible. That being said, I kind of don't feel like it matters. There's a lot of issues that we put pressure on and Trump listens. This clearly wasn't one of them. And I was saying this the other day, I was worried that when Trump met with Bannon, it was not to hear out what Bannon had to say, but to basically warn Bannon, this is going to happen, and you better get on board with it. And you know what, Bannon? He reportedly said a few days ago, MAGA will get on board with this, and I can already see a lot of people are. My views are my views. You can disagree with my views. I'm not going to be an extremist on this one. That's my thoughts. There's a lot more I have to say about it, but obviously I'm in a car and we got to go. So I'll wrap it there, my friends. Special breaking news. This is history. Okay?
Rub me down, big boy.
This is massive, and this could be very bad. I hope
Slap
it's not.
it
Thanks
on.
for hanging out, and I'll see you all next time.
Oh. Let's see. View house. Shachel. Where's silent oil? Items. Strip down to my undies. Put on my lube, and let's go. Is this it? Or is this the wrong way? Only I can get lost in here. What about the right Gouda with a bit of Swiss? Nice. Nobody mix. You don't mix cheeses. You put one or the other. Easy homemade mac and cheese. Any cheese will melt down smooth. Some places use stuff like Dia-Soy provolone style cheese. I did try a dairy-free cheese, and it's not good. It's like a gross goo. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not good. I mix cheese a lot. Hey man, I'm not a... Casey, you kill me. How is the finer thing? How is mixing cheese a finer thing? Yeah, but are you gonna slap all those cheeses together and just eat a mixed cheese sandwich? Like, yeah, I might make a grilled cheese where there's more than one different kind, but it's just... I'll just make one flavor of a grilled cheese, then one flavor of another, you know? It's not... Alright, get ready to ass fuck these, what's it called? Streamer understands the glory that is the invention of air fryers. Air fryers are indeed golden. I do indeed love a nice pepper jack. I gotta go fight Ifrit again. I'm not looking forward to doing all that. Summoner is so much work. Is it dead? There. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dalka. Can we just get a warp? Where'd Joe go? Joe! Come back. Why is he... Oh, he's capped. That's why. I'm controversial. I like my grilled cheese with a slice of tomato. No, that's very good, Casey. I do like that. Or if you do a grilled cheese, you can Put some nice like whole grain mustard on top. That's also good too. I'd made last weekend I made my daughter a we bought organic sliced cheese cheddar. We made her a mac and cheese just using that, just melted down the cheese. A little bit of milk. It did not come out good. The cheese got all stringy. So I put a pot of milk on the stove and then poured bags of shredded cheddar in it. Oh. And then melted it down, poured it over the mac, and I reconstituted it. It came out a lot better, but it's a little too soupy now. It came out like, you know those Stover's frozen mac and cheese you buy? It came out like one of those. You like nutmeg with your mac and cheese. I don't get it. I can see why, because of the creaminess, but I mean, bags of pre-shredded cheese are good. I don't want to sit there and break out the grater and do my own cheese. I don't have time for that. Kid talking to me and run the wrong way. I know the feeling. I'll just use this scroll since I have it. Oh, am I getting hit? Yeah, I don't own a box grater, so I kind of can't. It's good to have for quesadillas. I do love a quesadilla. Those are very good. I call it a dilla. Quesadilla, because it's spelled D-I-L-L-A. But it's called a dilla for short. Anti-caking agents. Finger flesh chunks. Yeah, it's nasty. Okay, so I gotta go here, go there. Go to Upper Juneau. Worked in the cheese factory and they shred cheese. They put on this powder on one of the ingredients. The powder is that titanium they want to ban. Ew. I noticed that. So a lot of powdered cheese, yeah, they have like some of the bad, like ones that aren't great for you, have like a powder on them so they don't stick together. Is that what it's made out of? It's made out of titanium. So I ate titanium today, which makes me feel really powerful. Well, Heinz Ketchup said they're going to stop using the additives. So your ketchup's going to come out all gray and black and gross looking. Is it cornstarch? I don't know. Cellulose type of plant fiber. So what did I read? Oh, the ingredients in the cheese factory you worked at. Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood that. I'm proud of myself. I had a very productive stream tonight. I got me an Eco Warrior done. I got FENRIR. We doing good. Luna titanium? I don't know what that's from. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, Gundanium alloy. The Gundams are made out of Gundanium alloy. Productive workout featuring the Iron Neck. Is that the guy you sent me? The jacked guy in the pudding? Was that him? Is that Iron Neck? That's your heavy metal exposure. They don't have to list it and integrate it, and it's less than 1%. That's fucking terrible. That's why this country's so fucked up. All our food is weird, gross additives. Thanks to lobbyists, lazy lawmakers, unqualified lawmakers, all kinds of stuff. Did you guys see Asmongold has a few of his political commentary? Well, he pretty much only does politics, but he watches those videos of that Fox News host. The jacked guy with no neck, and the comments are hilarious. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I got 1 hour left on this Eco Warrior scroll. We've gotten a lot better. We were never lazy or bad with our food quality, but we're a lot more careful than we ever were. A lot more organic food with our baby. We only feed her organic. And that's a pretty good way to go. I know. Love when the villagers have other plans. What are you talking about? They want to ban baby food? Like the mush baby food? Well, you gotta buy the good ones. We read the ingredients. Unless the organic baby food we fed her and had that shit in it that wasn't listed, but I doubt it. I can't see the chat real well. It's Gundanium. Then I saw Gurundanium. I don't. The chat's all fucking tiny on my other screen. My secondary screen is a flop top laptop portable monitor. That's what it is. And I have it standing up vertical. So the text is kind of small. Let's see here. Gotta get this scroll wound down. Should just go outside and level Red Mage. What do you think? Level that summoner. Get my woof on. Turbo button on my 386. I don't have any low-level swords to swing around, or else I would level my red mage. I gotta wear down this XP scroll. It has 1 hour left on it. I only go outside to run across the highway. That's pretty funny. I tried going outside today. As soon as I got out there, my daughter started fucking melting. Like, not in a bad way, but she just got really sweaty really quick and just turned right around. Today sucked. There's nowhere you can take a 1-year-old when it's hot out. If you take a child outside in this weather, to like out to the playground, that's child abuse. Alright, I need music now. I need my audio back. Where is it? We need some audio. Yeah, it's very humid. The mall by us is closing down. We went to that mall one day last summer, and the air conditioner was broken. Like, the mall was, like, rotting away. It's pretty sad. Chicken or the Meg? Get an old barrel and turn it into a stroller kiddie pool. It's a good idea. Yeah, that'll get me copyright struck. No, thank you. I'm already having problems losing watch hours as is. Let's see. See, I don't remember. I don't even know where I am. Where am I? Okay. Should probably wait to summon him.
Your skill has increased.
Any day we go in to check those lotto tickets. Play the lottery? I don't waste my time. You're not gonna win the lottery. You're gonna work until you die. That applies to every single one of you. Nobody here is winning the lottery, ever. I'm gonna run out of MP before I even get anywhere. You won the lottery to buy Pokemon cards in Japan? Like, a lottery where you could only buy Pokemon cards, or what? Or you won a lottery to be able to buy them? Like, getting a spot in line is a lottery. Look at this, a red mage. That's how you do it. You swing a sword. Hey, I could fight that thing. Abilities... Pet command... Assault. I got him. Fuck him up. Come on, Fenrir, get one in. Oh, he's fucking done. Wow. I had a dream about a shadow person in the corner. Don't let me leave, kill it. And my dream NPCs beat a shadow person and they were freaked out. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, Jesus Christ, Rusty. Rusty, you can do stock markets without a job. It's called day trading. A lot of people do it. You can get Robinhood or one of those stock trading apps, and that's all you need. I don't know what you're talking about with that. You know, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Don't get you sometimes, dude.
Your skill has increased.
Woof. Abilities, pet command. What does his ward do? Rage. Moonlit charge. Let's see.
Your skill has increased.
Wow. This is broken. Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man Weevil. Dreamer doesn't trade. Yeah, I can't do that. I need a job for the income to get the money. Oh my god. Yeah, I've been telling Rusty that for years. Go work at Gig Economy. Go drive Uber. Go do something. Go do Lyft. Go do Instacart. And there's a reason not to do every single one of those things. So I'm at a loss.
Your inventory is full.
You could do a resale business. Go around, pick stuff up at estate sales. People give shit away on Facebook all the time. And you could resell it on the side for cash. I mean, there's a million things you can do for cash. You just gotta have the will to do it.
Your inventory is full.
Yeah, I mean, nobody will know. Not shaming you, Rusty. We're legitimately trying to help you. Like, nobody will know. Like, don't announce it or anything, but... What's the pet command for making your avatar attack? Rusty, if you get paid cash, no one's gonna know. Unless you go and buy a bunch of shit that's like extremely fungible or something, or like whatever the word is, you will not get caught. It's called cash is king for a reason. Telling on Daddy. You better call me Daddy. Oh my god. Oof. Yeah, I know people that do resale business. They go on Facebook, they go on thrift stores, they buy stuff that people don't know what they have, or they're just getting rid of it. People give shit away, and they take it and resell it.
Your skill has increased.
It's actually a good idea. If you're unemployed, Russ, and you can't find anything, go volunteer and do charity or something in your downtime. I think that's, you can put that on your resume. This sheep is a decent challenge. I gotta be careful. I'll do chair. I'll sit on a chair while you work. You're too funny. That's really funny. Get it.
Your inventory is full.
Did you see that one of the founders of Ben & Jerry's got arrested in Congress a few weeks back? There's one of those Senate hearings or whatever, and he brought, barged in about Gaza, I think, and got himself arrested.
Your inventory is full.
Another way for 2 months, that gives me 2 to 3K savings. Margin accounts I can trade overnight. You thought Obama was spying on us.
Your inventory is full.
With the Bine store across the street, and then got brought home naked after swimming in the... Wow. I'm sorry your family has to go through that, Nishi. Nope. Ah, fuck. Get him, Penny. Nope. It's just a black and white.
Your inventory is full.
That's fucked up. And I use stop losses at no more. Rusty, you can do all that now. I mean, I'm not gonna even talk. I'm not even gonna bring it up. Oh, and you do a resale business.
Your inventory is full.
Here's some no clothes for you. Well, they are bugged and I'm gone. Wow.
Your skill has increased.
First summoner? Barbie, there it is.
Your inventory is full.
I don't have to get without having to work 40, 50 years to get enough job to retire. What happened? The dog has Vlogia? What happened? Whose dog?
Your inventory
Good
is
boy.
full.
Good roof. What is skill chain? XP chain, rather?
Your inventory is full.
This dog has the Taglio, or whatever that is. Oh, I don't want a 2-hour.
Your inventory is full.
That's a bad. Go get him. $71 damage. That's a fucking war crime. Otherwise, reading for free.
Your inventory is full.
Oh, the dog got color pattern of FENRIR. Feel better, Rusty.
Your
Take it easy.
inventory is full.
Get some rest. It is getting late. No, it's not because of White Castle. That's an hour away from here. I thought there was a White Castle up in Vernon or something. I thought they put one up there somewhere. Oh, it's not because of White Castle. That was good. Well played, Rusty. I like that. That's funny. You read everybody's mind.
Your inventory is full.
I'm out of room. Put my lube away. Put those away. Put that away. Name my macro woof slash FENRIR. Was it me? What's the macro for assault? Not an actual assault, but you know. Assault command slash pet assault T.
Your inventory is full.
Hopefully I did that right. I got it. Skibbity whiz, skibbity toilet.
Your inventory is full.
But yeah, Rusty outed himself for being unemployed, for being on benefits. There's no shame there, a lot of people are. But I've been telling him for years what he can do to improve himself, and he doesn't fucking listen. Well, Zelensky's gonna come and take my money, the Ukrainians, and blah 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 blah. What's I do? No. This is extremely powerful.
Your inventory is full.
Like, you don't need a massive cache and trade stocks. Like, I have an amazing ability I was gifted with to predict stocks and ETFs, and he just sounds like sounds just wrong when he talks about that, because it's just, like, I don't even do that stuff.
Your inventory is full.
He's a good guy, that's what counts, but it drives me fucking crazy. Crap he talks about.
Your inventory is full.
I really can't stack all these? Why do I have a Yagudo necklace? What? No, it's a Yagudo feather.
Your inventory is full.
Good guy, Rusty, and some arrogant prick. Yeah, I'm with you on that. roof had to leave. No, I've even talked to him about TCGs before. I'm like, get some TCGs, get some of the high-value singles, sell them, buy more packs, hope you hit the rares, repeat. Buy list the chaff, get more sealed, voila. But he doesn't do any of that stuff. He's like really... He talks about people at LGS as, oh, they're cringe, those people. Like, listen, those people are out there on Friday nights, Saturdays, hanging out with friends and people. And, having lives. You're not. I think he might even be good at something like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever. Oh, my satchel is maxed too? Alright, Batwing can go. Flintstone can go. I don't want to throw anything out. I want to NPC a bunch of shit.
Your inventory is full.
Like farming. Maybe not magic, but like... I don't know. Like, I don't know the ins and outs. Like, if you want to legitimately make money, I don't know enough. I mean, can he keep all those things he mentioned, his benefits, and go do Uber, go do Lyft, go do TaskRabbit, go do Instacart? Can you do that stuff and still keep your benefits? I think you can. You just can't cross a certain income threshold. I know, like, back in the day when he was a big hardcore weeb, he got a bunch of anime and manga sitting in a storage unit. He has a bunch of his classic, like, Super Nintendo games that are kind of valuable. The cartridges still laying around. Sell that shit. You can't do anything with it. Like, get some money in your pocket. That's true. Look at DJ. Certainly can't have Rusty being the next DJ. Oh,
your inventory is full.
I don't have my woof.
Your skill has increased.
Like, remember that Nintendo Wii that I did on the stream, that unboxing? That was completely free. I didn't spend a dime on that. They were giving it away on Facebook. I won the lottery to get it. You can do shit like that. The problem is, you can't tell him anything. He knows everything. That's why he kicks me off in Discord. Just like, speaks so authoritatively to things he knows nothing about.
Your inventory is full.
Alright, fine. I'll drop the beast coin. Drop all that. Beastman seals, they stack. Deep skin. Do the Dagudo necklace. There we go. Watch. Yeah, I don't think he'll work jobs like that. He'll just, like, before he even gets there, he's like, oh, they're all a bunch of stoners and losers. I'll have to do all the work for them, and he doesn't even know
Your
that.
skill has increased.
At the end of the day, he talks the way he does about people because he has low self-esteem. And everything he's dealt with in his life with his litany of things he has. And he just... Indian people do the same thing. What thing? They're on disability? Oh no, Woof is gone. Ouch. I don't think he means those Indians, Nishi. Unless he did, I don't know. Please clarify, I'm not sure. I don't know why I have Yagudo necklace. Where did I even get this? Oh, I think when I tested out FENRIR. Okay, now I remember. Wow, my baby fell asleep at like 5 p.m. and she's still sleeping. Only did take like she slept for like 1 hour all day today.
Your skill has increased.
From the India tribe. Alright, I gotta go back to town and go get the Eco Warrior so I can do it all again tomorrow. Big ones have to work, the entire town does not work. What happened? So they get per cap. Those tribes that get big ones that don't have to work, the entire town does not work. Wow. A lot of drinking and DV. Okay. I don't know. Keeps bouncing around. He's applying to a factory. 1 week he's applied to a factory. 1 week he wants to apply to be a welder. 1 week he wants to apply at a bakery. He wants to apply at a warehouse. And it's like, dude, you got holes in your resume. You're not going to get very far. Oh yeah, a lot of Indian-owned businesses. Yeah, no, they will not hire anybody else. And if they do, they're going to treat them like shit. Want a piece of me? I'm a blacksmith. He probably thinks he can, honestly. Earth Spirit's pretty powerful. Hey, I got an onion. Command. Lord. What an Archmage afford Excalibur too. I gotta go to Norg and buy another couple of the Earth Spirit Pact. So wait, the Earth Spirit Pact just randomly casts stone whenever it feels like it? Pet command. Oh my god. Well, you know, Rusty's talking about he can read stuff. He's the. He say I was born with the ability to read the stock market. Like, dude. Pattern compound. Yeah, then he should see that his life is a pattern. He won the lottery, yeah. He can predict stock movements. Yeah, well, his life is a pretty shitty pattern sometimes of events, and he's not doing anything about that. And if you can read patterns, go play blackjack in Vegas or Atlantic City. Go do that. I was even telling him, I'm like, just go back to school. Go to community college, get an associate's degree in, like, accounting or just, you know, computer science or something. Learn Microsoft Excel. Get a job doing that. Get a job where you sit in an air-conditioned office. Hope you're out there breaking your back. Current place I'm at now, it sucks, but it's better than not being employed. And I don't have to be in a hot kitchen anymore. Days where I get pissed about where I'm at work and I'm not happy with it, I think of the hot, sweaty, really laborious jobs I had. It makes me grateful. How the fuck do I get down? So I gotta do Ifrit, Garuda, Shiva, Titan, Ramu, Leviathan. Basically gotta do all of them. Again. The only one I'm really scared of is Ifrit, because his 2-hour can take a chunk out of you. Oh, that's right. Every time I come here, I get a copyright notice on my YouTube channel. It's not a strike. It's like a copyright flag they throw your way. The official music for Final Fantasy XI, the band is the Star Onions. That's considered the soundtrack, and it falls under that. FENRIR, the wolf, the moon in the background. Hey, good boy. Stop clipping into me. It's horrible to get a screenshot.
Your inventory is full.
Alright, back to Bastock. Back to town, get this scroll. Good boy. Such a good boy. Benny's a good boy. What do these summoned avatars do with TP, by the way? Like I said in Final Fantasy XI, avatars stored TP. What do they do with it? Anybody know?
Your inventory is full. Your inventory is full.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Okay, be right back. The missus needs a hand. You know, he would be better. He would be really good with a job like that. Thanks for hanging on, guys. I told him he should, like, I don't know, go to construction sites, go be a landscaper, just go do something. He's actually a pretty strong guy. He's kind of a stocky guy. But he's an excuse for everything. You go, I can't do landscaping, my allergies, or I'm going to swell up and need an inhaler. And it's like, okay, I kind of get that, but it's like, what can you do? You can't do landscaping, can't do this, can't do that, won't do this, won't do that. What do you want? Yeah, the TSA agent and people at like airports hire anybody. So he'd be perfect for the job. And I even told him, I'm like, start a TikTok, start a YouTube channel, start a Twitch. Just sit there and vent and talk. People simp over, and like, some of it's sympathy views, but people like hearing other people's perspectives. Like, people would like to hear what he has to say, maybe, and his perspectives on things. You just sit there and read the news and just ramble on about the stuff we see in the Discord. Like, people might be into that. I don't know. I'm like, start a YouTube channel. Post YouTube shorts. Do this, do that. He's like, no, the Tumblrites might find me and kill me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's just like downright afraid of things. Like yesterday in the Twitch Final Fantasy minigame. He's like, yeah, get me out of this game. I don't know how to play it. Like, stream from late last year when I was playing that Japanese Nintendo 64 game, the sumo wrestling game. Oh, dude, how'd you do that? They're so lucky. I'm like, I just Googled websites that have built-in emulators in the web browser, and I play the game. I'm like, give it a try. He's like, I can't read Japanese. I can't do that. I'm like, I can't either. I'm just mashing buttons. You don't have to know everything. Just like stuff like that. He just puts roadblocks in his own way. I gotta call it a night in a few minutes. Those out. Take that out. Basically garbage. Put this there. How many Beastman seals do I have? Oh man, 1, 2, 3. I have 318 Beastman seals. Do something with them. Alright. I wanna. Main job. Body, White mage. Items. Pop a scroll. Always funny when you come out of the log house and it looks like that. What do we got? Level up, level up, level up, level up. Bingo. Level 54 war. That would have been nice during FENRIR. Then tomorrow, 3K XP. Brum, brum, brum. Cool. You have Bob Satchel. Put away that there wandering tail for now. Alright everyone, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been online a long time. I've been going since like 9 a.m. Not 9 a.m. 9 p.m. I'd be passed out on stream if I'd been at this since 9 a.m. Sad part is I would sit here from 9 a.m. until midnight if I could some days. it's bad for me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Everyone, please be sure to go to my channel videos. I posted a magic video that landed tonight. Please give that a view, give that a like. It's kind of a funny take on some magic cards that I found interesting. So hit the like there, hit the like on the shorts. Some of my content from a year ago, anything over than 365 days old, you don't keep those watch hours anymore. So I'm kind of dipping in watch hours, so I got to get better at content. But hopefully just that stuff from last year, if it gets views this year, I'll get some watch hours out of it and that whole thing. Anyway, everyone, you know what to do. Catch you next time. Thanks so much for hanging around. Casey, Nishi, Megs, Rusty, all the usual. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night.